Hello once again everyone and welcome to Kruznik Sanctuary. I'm your host Kruznik X, alongside me Arya Stormborn. We are back in Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers for patch 5.4, Futures Rewritten. In the last episode, we returned to Azizla in the hope of finding information regarding iconic corruption. We found a researcher by the name of Owen who did some research on the subject. Unfortunately, his node is being less than yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Anyways, so we're going to talk to Grahatia and continue with the next quest in the Futures Rewritten storyline, Reviving the Legacy. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext. However much I might look forward to seeing him again. Him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. Look at him, all but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting. Shall we? All right. Back to Mordona. As soon as Arya gets out of the cutscene. There she goes. Oh wait, her name's still viewing cutscene. What, are you buffering? Oh, there you go. Oh, and by the way, with the release of patch 5.4, we also got another new theme. So what you're seeing right now is the classic theme, which makes it look more like a classic Final Fantasy game. What? What do you mean you don't understand? Yeah, because you're not watching my stream. Yeah. But I mean, it's not too bad, but it's really blue. So what you do is you open up system configuration, and like second from bottom is theme settings, and you can change it to either dark, light, or classic. Yeah, but unfortunately you have to relog it. You have to relog if you want to change the theme, so yeah. It's very blue. It's perfect if you live in a blue world. But anyway, what? What? Oh, and look who's making references now. Come on, we got a bar to hit. It won't happen. She loves me a little too much. Plus, who would push her around at frickin' in Mystic on Friday? You want to go to Mystic, don't lie. Anyway, let's speak to Graha. Wonderful news, Chris. Tataru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he is on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, I would very much like to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Kryl? As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on, and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is the third, a legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus? Aren't they the ones who took in Yotsuyu and Asahi? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict. And so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the Beast Tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Lominsons, in particular, struggle in their efforts, and Alphino and Y'shtola have been called upon to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make ourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. Into Dawn's respite. I like this new room. It's nice and cozy and has plenty of beds and... But anyway. Sid! Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been, had you not fulfilled your promise. Ha! I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. What is it? Well, well. A treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find the password to this Alagan's report. Just so. With nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly. And thus, we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say that we could help you. So I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an Alagan dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set it to work right away. I feel like I know the name Owens from somewhere, but... Ah, looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Ha! Short and simple. Just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, your highness? I would, milady. Node. Open the report entitled Iconic Corruption, an Overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Opening report. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By way of an example, exposure to the ether of the fiend, Sephiroth, would cause a subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to the elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. So not even the Alagans were able to find a cure. Or rather, were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. More importantly, this confirms that stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True. Yet, were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do naught but to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No. We would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining its thrall. So, there's no point in reviving their souls unless we can also restore their sense of self. But of course! Memory transference! The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation. That is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to the tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light-corrupted would help us to identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did. You are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I can see that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics. which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power. A lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Wait. A password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. No. He wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can and find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief! Things are about to get very busy. Luckily we have you to help, eh? Sounds like fun. Right. Well, Grahatia and I configure the terminals. I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll trust Chris and Alice with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Sky Steel Manufactory in Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what we need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalan. Alright. Off to Ishgard. I feel like I should dress for the occasion. Fuck it, I'm dressing for the occasion. I mean, after all, Sky Steel Manufactory is also home to the Machinist Guild. God, it feels good to wear this outfit again. Haven't worn it since Path of the Machinist level 80, so... We're off to Ishgard. I'm walking my way there right now. Oh, my black Hayate is so cute. You want to take the Aetheryte to the Sky Steel Manufactory, or you can just head northwest. Ah, you ported there. Come, we've got a date with some machinists. Hello, Frumalo. Welcome back, Master Chris. How may I serve you to this day? Here you go. So you are after ceruleum. In that case, please present the note to our engineer at the airship landing. He shall be glad to assist you. Yeah. Alright, we're off to Athenium Astrologicum. There we go. Alright, back to Gunbreaker. Another veritable mob here. At least Elizans are tall. Ceruleum? You've come to the right man. Fair warning, though, the price is shot up on account of the uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin. Well now, a promissory note from the Ironworks. Don't see many of these. Not that it's a problem. It's as good as gold to me. Oh, well.
My friend, after the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem.
Ah, nice.
To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
That's good.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find.
Last time I checked, he was back in Garlemald, but...
He recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you?
Of course.
But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
Oh, we're just here for some ceruleum, that's all.
A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed.
Wow. Don't get too excited now.
You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
That's true. I mean, but in defense, Shiva wasn't a normal primal. No, the Dravanians were all those who partook in dragon's blood, not Shiva's ethereal corruption. No, lest you forget, Ysael was blessed with the echo. Well, hello. These mofos work fast. Like, this was a nursing ward not like 5 minutes ago. Or wait, this isn't the nursing ward.
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
What did you do, Alice A?
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
I think they changed Sid's voice, though.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Hello, Nero.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering. But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Ho!
Whatever you say, Garland.
By the way, the healing applications of crystal foci proved very useful in getting us to where we are now. I must remember to thank Mikoto.
Oh my god, there's a bromance going on there now. Oh, come on, you can't deny there's no bromance there.
Let's begin.
There is totally a bromance there. There is a bromance there between Nero and Sid now.
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Oh dear. That don't sound healthy.
It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
got to shut it down.
Wait! We're close. So very close.
Oh,
There's about to be an explosion up in here.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There.
Did you at least get a snippet of it, Graha?
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Well, that was some fast-ass reading.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Besides, they can always be repaired.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Reviving the Legacy, quest complete. But I feel there's, oh, nope, no, wait, is there going to be an additional cutscene? Yes, no, maybe so. It's buffering a fair bit. Nope, okay. Alright, it's 12:32, and I promised Arya that I would run an errand for her, so I gotta get it done. So the next episode will be Forget Us Not. But until then, that's going to be it for this episode of Cruznik's Sanctuary. Thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us. And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live from PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button. Be sure to turn on notifications so you're well informed. And if you're feeling generous, feel free to drop some bits my way or subscribe to me for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here. Click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more by me. Click here to watch the next episode. And click here to watch the previous one.